Good morning, YouTubers. This is zip code Freak. Matt Shiny here in the 92805 zip code of the ZCF Studios in Southern California. Just accentuating the freak part of it and the fact that I sometimes talk too fast and I don't enunciate all my words properly, like I just screwed up on that one. Anyway, the Sudoku puzzle has spoken once again, and apparently it wants to be in the most landlocked state in the United States, Nebraska. Zip code is 68371. Locale is Henderson, Nebraska. A town of about 1,099 people. Zip code area is 78 square miles, so apparently not all of those people live in town. Some of them live in the outskirts or even out in the on farms in the country. The area around Henderson's first non-native settlement was in 1874 by 35 families from Russia that were Mennonites. The Mennonites are a Christian group. I always play for the home team here, that stemmed from the teachings of a man by the name of Mennonites back in the 1500s in the Netherlands. He was a contemporary of Martin Luther, and the Mennonite churches actually started springing up in 1525. This particular settlement that came out to what's now Henderson were actually German-speaking Russians that had settled in what's now the Ukraine as part of the Russian Empire at the time, and they developed what was called turkey red winter wheat, hard winter wheat that would be able to deal with temperatures in that part of the world, and which are not that different from where Henderson is now in Nebraska. 1874 was when these 35 families came from Russia to settle in the area in southeastern Nebraska. And the local railroad came in 1887 and as far as that area, and the town of Henderson was laid out. Named after a guy by the name of David Henderson. For those of you that are watching my show to see who's famous from this area, nobody really is. David Henderson is probably the most famous besides those 35 families that I told you about that came from Russia. Henderson grew, and although the Depression hit it so hard, they decided to close the railroad down in 1941, But it still came back. It eventually became a center for irrigation manufacturing, because Nebraska is not that great as far as precipitation is concerned, especially in the western part of the state. So irrigation is necessary sometimes in some years, because even in the more well-watered parts of Nebraska, rain is kind of hit or miss. So irrigation is necessary in some parts of the state to grow anything, or to supplement what rain does fall. So Henderson's about irrigation, agricultural, and the area has indeed, people have moved out for the most part, but there's still a strong tradition and a town that refuses to give up here. And so I suspect they will remain until some other people discover them and move in. 68371, Henderson, Nebraska, York County. It, as far as any other parts of Nebraska to which it's near, it's about 60 miles southwest of the capital, Lincoln, and 117 miles southwest of Omaha, which is the largest city. Still considered southeastern Nebraska, and it's still not that bad for rain as far as Nebraska goes. Right now it's 54 degrees, so that's spring, still sweater weather as far as I'm concerned. High of 60, low of 42 today, sunny, but tomorrow's supposed to rain. High of 49, low of 32, which means there's probably going to be frost warnings, maybe sleet. Monday and Tuesday, high of 77, low of 48, high of 76, low of 45, and sunny. So good spring weather, time to start getting out there doing some work, folks. And probably also the roads are going to be under construction. Anyway, Henderson, Nebraska, 68371. If you like, hit like. Leave a comment in the comment section below. If you don't like, leave a comment in the comment section below and subscribe anyway for hope of something better. And we'll see you in the next video. Have a good day.